Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
For he is limitless. Hey folks, welcome to Friday Night Storm. And we begin tonight with Keith Lee, now the winner of the GAW Classic, now headed to Nitro 11, which, by the way, begins on March 7th. We do not have very much time to go before the biggest show of the year. Keith Lee will be there. Will Brock Lesnar be there? He will defend his World Championship tonight. That was a promise made by Paul Heyman. But before we get to that, let's hear from the GAW Classic champion. It is not very often that we as wrestlers are afforded an opportunity to speak out here in front of God, the fans, and the viewers. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't believe I deserve the opportunity. Don't get me wrong, I am not someone who constantly questions my position on our roster. I know I have worked just as hard as everyone else here. That is why we are here in General Admission Wrestling, but let me explain. I am a football player at heart. That was my youth, that was how I learned and grew to be a man. And football is a team sport. You walk out onto the gridiron with your brothers. You fight and bleed alongside them. You solve your problems, grow as men, become great alongside them. I had the same experience with Matt Riddle, my brother. Now I'm confronted with the reality that professional wrestling is a very lonely sport. You train alone, you eat alone, you prepare alone. In many more ways than that, you are alone. What I needed to deal with was not a lack of confidence, as some would claim, but rather a changing world in which I no longer had a band of brothers to lean on to be great. I want you all to know this. I did not find a way to live without my brothers. I found out that you all are my brothers and my sisters. Our relationship is different than what I'm used to, but I have become used to this. All I need is your support to keep pushing me forward. I am aware of my weaknesses, and I know that some out there are more able to play the lone wolf than I am. Lucky for me, with you all, I never have to. So when it does come to Brock Lesnar, the man who I fully expect to be my opponent at Nitro 11, I know full well the kinds of attacks he and Paul Heyman will levy against me. But I want you all to know, as surely as I am standing here in front of you, I will never let those attacks get into my head. I will prepare to win. I will practice as if I am walking into Houston to win the World Championship, and I will do this because I know that when I get there, I will not be walking to the ring alone. You and I are beginning a journey to rid GAW of men who only want money or the shallowest concept of fame. You and I, we are searching for something deeper, and I truly believe we will find it at Nitro 11. World champion to a former Intercontinental champion looking for his second reign. Bandido is out here to challenge Moose for what I hope is the detriment of the White Company. Keith Lee is going to Nitro, and as he said, he believes it will be Brock Lesnar that he faces there. But Lesnar will have at least one more test in front of him, and that will go down in the main event here tonight, which means that Bandido's challenge for the Intercontinental Championship goes down right now. It was announced on our website, generaladmissionwrestling.com, that Bandido would fight Moose for the right to become a two-time Intercontinental Champion. And Rey Mysterio, as always, accompanying the former IC champion out to the ring. I think Bandido has the best chance of anyone to take down the White Company's newest champion. That's about what I would have expected as far as fan reception is concerned. People were not happy with the White Company before, and then for them to do something like bringing in Moose for an open contract to face Bandido certainly did not do them any favors in terms of public perception. But I don't think that that's what they care about, and certainly according to Moose, that's not what he cares about either. It was over in our Discord that we had an exclusive press conference feed from Paul Heyman and Moose where basically they confirmed that they don't give a damn about what people think about the White Company, which join the Discord, by the way. A link is in the description or on the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com. And did I tell you about the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com? Full recaps of every show as they happen. You never have to miss a minute, and you won't want to. Nitro 11 is right around the corner, but who will be the Intercontinental Champion heading into that event? We might just be finding out right now. This is Moose's first defense of the Intercontinental Championship. He won it back on Storm a couple weeks ago when he defeated both Bandido and Chris Sabin in a shocking three-way dance. Bandido, tilt-a-whirl, Hurricane Rana. I think we're gonna see a lot of the traditional Lucha Libre stylings that Bandido is known for, but you just look at the size discrepancy between these two men. Bandido is actually above average in terms of height and weight among luchadors. Certainly not when it comes to Moose. Moose gets him up, gutbuster. Bandido landed awkwardly, and Moose follows it up with a senton. He used that to set up the spear in that three-way dance on Storm a couple weeks ago. Now he knows more damage needs to be done. Bandido in that match, standing shooting star press. He may have been able to retain his title. He was pinning Moose after a Chris Sabin cradle shock. Of course, Shelton Benjamin came down and ended all of that. But for Bandido, he's got to be thinking either he feels confident or he feels like it was Chris Sabin that may have beaten Moose at that time. Obviously, no sign of anything on Bandido's covered face, so it's hard to tell what he might be thinking right now. Moose certainly thinking that he's got the huge power advantage and he's using it. Power moves, and now Moose, his first cover of the match as he's rolled Bandido over, and he got a 2 count out of it. Dropping the double sledge right on Bandido's back. Now Moose rolls through, and Moose single arm power bomb. The frightening power of the new Intercontinental Champion. Coming out alone, by the way, which I suppose is to be expected. A lot of the White Company does. Just a little surprising. Bandido turns him around, big strike. Bandido with a poison Rana. Rey Mysterio loves it, the fans love it, but Bandido's not gonna stop there. Bandido might see his way clear to potentially earning his title back. Off the ropes, Moose, middle of the ring. Bandido, middle rope, fist drop. Going old school here. But I like it. I like it from the former Intercontinental Champion because it's not something Moose would be expecting. Moose up against the ropes, and he's stunned. He's got to push Bandido back. And again, you just look at the power with which he can do that. Folks, if you're looking for some new gaming content, check out our newest YouTube channel, CFC. Horizon Forbidden West has just released. In fact, I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. I should be playing that game. But we got some new content planned. If you want to know if it's for you, we're going to have a video about that. If you want to just watch a playthrough in our eccentric style, we've got some videos planned with that as well. So make sure you subscribe to CFC. Link is down in the description. Moose using that incredible power with some lariats. Now Moose looking for a big boot. Bandido sidesteps, but he walked right into a right hand from the champion, and now Moose with a shin breaker. Going right after Bandido's legs. And it's a good strategy, not necessarily to cut him down the same reason that Bandido would be going after Moose's legs, but you want to just neutralize his springiness, his athleticism. And Moose, I think, doing a good job of that, but Bandido, he's going to have to use his quickness here. Moose caught him coming in, and now Moose just picks him up, parks him back with a fallaway slam. We'll be seeing Chris Sabin later tonight as well. He will take on Shelton Benjamin. Moose with a pump kick just sends Bandido flying, and now Moose, he's lined him up. Moose out of the corner. Moose has him in. Moose with a spear. Moose hooks the leg. Rey Mysterio pulled out the official. Rey Mysterio pulls out the referee. We have never seen Rey Mysterio do this before. This is a first time the referee having a talking to with Mysterio. We have never seen it before. From LAX, Moose absolutely drives the former champ. And now Moose has other ideas about how he's going to end this match. Camel clutch. And it is too much for Bandido. Moose decided to go in and make a statement. Rey Mysterio, he said desperate times call for desperate measures. He said he would never do something like that. But this is what he needs to do right now. And that's what he did. And Moose said, all right, you know what? Then I'm just gonna choke him out. The camel clutch. I didn't even know that was in Moose's arsenal. It is old school, but man, is it effective. And Moose is slid to the outside. Moose with a spear on Rey Mysterio. Doesn't even bother to collect the belt, and he has left bodies laying. Imagine actually thinking Casey Catanzaro has gotten into my head. The bitch hasn't even said a word to me in weeks. I've beaten her before and I'm better now than I was then, so we can all just shut up about this. Damn right we should all shut up about this, because it's not a contest with Casey, it's not a contest with Ember Moon, it's not a contest with anyone when you go up against the White Company. That's exactly why our main girl, Ronda Rousey, will be in action to snap some bitch's arm next week, right, Ronda? Damn right. See you all next week for a brutal demonstration. Look, is it just me, or is Ronda Rousey really not in a good headspace right now? Knowing that Casey Catanzaro is in her future. I mean, I'm just saying, I have not seen a less confident Ronda Rousey in a long time, really since her first UFC loss. So, Shayna Baszler can do all she wants to cover it up. I don't think it's escaping our attention. Speaking of Shayna Baszler, Ember Moon last week declared that she is going after the United States Championship. And if there's anyone out there that has the ability to take it from Baszler, that has a style built to withstand what Baszler brings to the table, I do think it's Ember Moon. She's gonna have to prove it, and she has herself a tough opponent here tonight, a former U.S. champion. awaits Ember Moon in the ring, and one we haven't seen in a long time. Tegan Nox of Team Kick. There's still no sign, by the way, of Dakota Kai from Team Kick, the former world champion. We have completely lost her after she lost the title to Ronda Rousey in a match that could have ended Rousey's GAW career. But at least you get Tegan Nox if for some weird reason you are a Team Kick fan. Tegan is a former US champion but has not had a good season 2. She lost the US title to Bianca Belair back at Bash at the Beach. Her 2-4 record in season 2, not exactly what you'd want to see, and this is her first singles match on Storm since before Winterfest when she lost to Ronda Rousey. So things maybe not trending in the direction that you'd want to see for Tegan, but at least she gets a chance to prove herself here. I mean, I'm just trying to find some silver linings here for Nox. Ember Moon, not concerned with the silver linings at all. Folks, go follow us on social media right now. I hate to tell you what to do. Ember Moon, backdrop driver, and she hangs on. Nox kicks out. But you should be following us. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Links are all down in the description. It's a great way to keep up with GAW. If you can't watch every show, that and the website, you can basically see everything you missed, and you can relive some of our greatest moments. We've passed 100 followers on TikTok, so thank you all very much for that. I know some of you are here because you saw us there. Welcome, and for those of you that aren't followed already, go do it. Tegan Nox reintroducing herself to the ring and introducing Ember Moon to that top turnbuckle. Say it with me, that's not an introduction I want to be a part of. I gotta say it, you know what? I gotta say it. Few people are doing it. I gotta say it when it comes around. Ember Moon went knees first into that top turnbuckle, and Tegan Nox, she's making sure that Moon and the turnbuckle are good friends. All right, I'm done. I'm done with that metaphor, I promise. Ember Moon, it has to be said, is a better athlete than Shayna Baszler, but Baszler will come in as the better striker than Moon. So how exactly does that match play out? Moon right back to her feet in a beautiful drop kick. How exactly would that match play out? I'm not saying it's necessarily going to happen. Anything can happen before Nitro. We've seen it before. We've seen it time and time again. And now Ember Moon, front flip into a lariat in the corner. Tegan Nox might have designs on doing this herself. Now Nox going maybe for the choke slam. They call her Lady Kane for a reason, but Ember Moon able to break out of the goozle. And into the corner goes Nox. What's Ember Moon thinking here? She was prepared for the choke slam. Is Tegan Nox prepared for what Ember Moon has in store? Moon climbs the ropes with Nox. Moon, what's she thinking? Double underhook. Ember Moon, butterfly suplex off the top. I have never seen that from Ember Moon before, but Moon going to follow it up to the top she goes. And Moon, just a little call to the feet. We know what's coming. Ember Moon with the Eclipse. Ember Moon absolutely rockets Tegan Nox, and Moon hooks the leg. Ember Moon, that is a statement for Shayna Baszler. That is big time. But here comes Baszler into the ring. Baszler was not going to wait. Ember Moon was prepared. She knew what was coming. Moon has turned the tables. Ember Moon has turned the tables on Shayna Baszler. And finally, someone has given the business to the White Company. This is what we wanted to see. And Ember Moon, she knew exactly who she was dealing with. Last week we saw Aleister Black speak for the first time since basically abducting Matt Riddle. Now let's hear this from the former world champion. Again. Your power will not be there if you are not present. It won't work to throw your arms and legs out like an insect. Use your brain. Dissect. Destroy. Walk into the ring like this, you will be crushed by any but the weakest of opposition. This is the House of Black. We will not tolerate weakness. Again. Shelton Benjamin on GAW Dark on Wednesday, and he looked good, I gotta tell you that. He looked probably as good as I have ever seen him. But does that translate to being good here against Chris Sabin? Well, I guess that's what we're gonna have to find out. The House of Black. I guess that's the name. I guess that's what Aleister Black is going with. I would not want to train with that house, I'm just telling you. God, is this not the best entrance music in the world? It's certainly up there. So check us out on Spotify, by the way. All of the music from across GAW, all in one place. And it's over there right now. Link is in the description. I'm just rocking out at this point. Chris Sabin, he came up short in that three-way dance for the Intercontinental Championship. And I know that for him, not being involved in the decision, he is desperate to get back there, challenge Moose again for that title. And now Moose, obviously, we saw him defend it against Bandido. Sabin wanting to prove that he does belong in this situation. Shelton Benjamin, while he is, I don't think, an official member of the White Company, I'm not quite sure how that works. I think he is certainly here on behalf of the White Company, and I guarantee you that it is up to him to make sure Chris Sabin does not have a claim to the Intercontinental Championship. That wouldn't surprise me at all if that's what Shelton Benjamin was sent out here to do. At this point, I think Sabin has as much of a claim, probably more than a claim, than anyone to Moose's title that we've now seen him defend successfully. Paul Heyman warned Sabin not to go after that title. Sabin, as it appears, given his statements last week, not going to take that advice. And I wouldn't either. I don't blame him. Benjamin with a kitchen sink kick. And just flips Sabin over. Shelton Benjamin going to go to work. The amount of experience, the amount of pro wrestling experience in this ring right now, these two men, almost 40 years between them. It's really amazing how long these two guys have been doing it, and at such a high level as well. I mean, it really says a lot about we were talking about the athleticism that has come into professional wrestling. It says a lot about the training techniques, about the toughness, all of this. Benjamin with a super kick. Benjamin takes down Sabin. It's how he beat Pete Dunne on Dark. Well, this time he doesn't even get a 2 count. That shows you the motivation that Chris Sabin has coming in here. Coming up next, we will have our world champion, Brock Lesnar, defending the title. We don't know against whom, but we know that Keith Lee will be watching Benjamin off the ropes. Beautifully done. Shelton Benjamin, using that athleticism, just springs up to the top. And Benjamin admiring his handiwork. Sabin up to his feet. Benjamin coming in. Sabin caught him to the gut, and Sabin takes him down with that forearm. Now Chris Sabin, he's got to be able to come back here. Standing switch from Benjamin, and Benjamin with a huge takedown, lariat. And Shelton Benjamin, he's got the advantage once again. If you're Paul Heyman, how happy are you with this performance? Shelton Benjamin, another super kick. And again, it's how he beat Pete Dunne on Wednesday. This time he does get a 2 count, but nothing more. Chris Sabin just powering out of these things. Shows you the toughness and the grit of the Motor City Machine Gun. Now Sabin caught Benjamin. Sabin up under the shoulders. Cradle shot. Almost out of nowhere. Sabin, high stack cover. Chris Sabin, that is a huge win. And it just shows you the danger that Chris Sabin presents to anyone he comes across. Man, Chris Sabin, what a great performance. And for Sabin, if he is to go after the Intercontinental Championship, which I believe he will, I mean, you just got to think that Moose, I mean, he's not happy that Sabin is going to be the one. Here's another look. Cradle shock from Sabin. Moose knows it well. Sabin used it in that 3-way dance, and it almost put Moose down for the 3. Big time from Chris Sabin, who might be headed to Nitro. And I'm gonna need you to get out of the ring right now. I don't want to come down there. I've got my hands full up here. Nitro 11 is the biggest show of the year, and Chris Danger is gonna be there. But I'm not just going. I'm making a statement. This is Consequences Creed. Some of you might know him as Xavier Woods. Some of you might know him as Austin Creed. I knew him as the stupid bastard who gave me the platform I needed to be the biggest star in wrestling. This moron actually believed we were friends. That's a good one. Nobody who calls a YouTube channel Up, Up, Down, Down can be my friend. Just about the dumbest name I've ever heard. But Austin, there's one more thing you can do for me. You can meet me in the ring at Nitro 11 and make me an even bigger star. You can be the footnote in the worldwide breaking news story of my rise to being the biggest star on Earth. What do you say? I thought so, you dumb idiot. Will, can you explain exactly why we make a decent team? I can try. See, Zach and I have fought each other dozens of times, each time getting to know each other a bit more. It's funny because you wouldn't think that would make you closer, but I guess at a certain point you actually get past the hatred and all that and just stop respecting each other. I guess that's good enough. It's hard to explain, but here's what's easy to understand. The White Company will ruin GAW. Whatever differences we've had in the past, we agree completely on the fact that Paul Heyman is absolutely toxic to this company we have sweated and bled for. This isn't to say we can fix everything ourselves. All we're saying is we're not the only ones who know how dangerous the White Company is, and we're not the only ones prepared to swallow our egos and do something about it. Well, look who it is. Drew McIntyre It took him longer to get to the ring on Dark than it did to win the match against Tyler Bate. And you can take a look. That was the whole match we just showed you. That was everything. So if you didn't see GAW Dark, congratulations, you just saw a full match from that show. McIntyre came in motivated, to say the very least. And he proved to everyone that he is as dangerous as they come. And now it will be him who goes up against Brock Lesnar for the World Championship. I think McIntyre, he is a danger. And for McIntyre, how big of an opportunity is this? It is his opportunity to become one of the very few to hold the GAW Triple Crown. That is 3 championships in general admission wrestling. McIntyre, a former tag team and Intercontinental champion. Now he's got his opportunity to become a world champion. And what an opportunity it is. It won't be easy. This guy is as good as it gets. Let's hear from Paul Heyman. This was Heyman earlier on. I think in response to what Keith Lee had to say to begin our show, Heyman confident as ever. We will not let Brock Lesnar look past Drew McIntyre in this match. We all saw on Wednesday how dangerous the Scot can be. I, however, as his humble advocate, can look past Drew McIntyre because I know this will not be a contest, which means I am looking at 2 things: the world title defense record and Keith Lee. Keith, you were wrong earlier. I know you have confidence, and I know that's your problem. Enough confidence to step in the ring with Brock Lesnar, not enough to defeat Brock Lesnar. But this does not mean that I do not respect your abilities. I do. Brock Lesnar does as well. You are a worthy opponent at Nitro, which means you will be the worthiest name to be the record breaker for the greatest wrestler of all time. At Nitro 11, Brock Lesnar will make his 15th defense of the GAW World Championship, which will break the all-time record. You, Keith Lee, will be a part of the history of this great company. I hope you are all looking forward to it. Well, Paul Heyman basically just shaking off Keith Lee's threats there. I don't know if that's such a great idea. I know that he and Lesnar are not overlooking Lee, but are they though? I don't know. I mean, he's got to get there first. They might be overlooking Drew McIntyre. In basketball, we call this a trap game. And that might be exactly what Lesnar is in line for, a trap. And he might lose his world championship, that knife edge chop. Now, maybe not. Lesnar rebounds McIntyre off the ropes into a German. The mayor of Suplex City. And McIntyre, he's got to pay his dues. He's got to pay his taxes to live in Suplex City. Lesnar rolls him over. Cover McIntyre. That's a kick out at 0 right there, my friends. McIntyre, big lariat, backs Lesnar up into the corner. McIntyre, is he looking at going after the surgically repaired stomach and abdomen of Lesnar? It's a good strategy. It's one several have tried to employ. It hasn't worked so far, but we saw Derek Cole really challenge Lesnar on Dark 10 days ago. Of course, Lesnar responded by putting Cole out of commission. Cole and his LVC partner, Marco Diaz. Lesnar put them both out of commission for that. McIntyre up to his feet. Brock Lesnar looking for the German. McIntyre saw it coming. Back elbow strike. Now McIntyre gets him up. McIntyre with a pile driver. Drew McIntyre knew exactly how he wanted to approach this match, and now McIntyre, unbelievable power into belly to belly. Drew McIntyre, that was unreal, but Paul Heyman knows what he needs to do. Brock Lesnar, toss up into the Uranagi. Lesnar right back into this thing, but McIntyre lifts it with a reverse suplex. It's not many men that can toss Brock Lesnar around like that. And Lesnar knows it. Lesnar knows that he needs to get on top of this thing quick, and he does. Snap suplex, float over. Lesnar driving down on the jaw. McIntyre again with an early kick out. Folks, if you haven't already, please join the Discord. Link is down in the description. It is one of the best communities in wrestling. I firmly believe that. We got exclusive news, exclusive polls, all going on over in Discord right now. We also have some very, very, very cool things to announce at Nitro. So make sure you subscribe for that. And join the Discord. Brock Lesnar, triple power bombs, but he's not done there. Lesnar maybe has neutralized McIntyre, but he's going back for more. Lesnar, backbreaker, he hangs on, make that two. Lesnar just destroying McIntyre's spine. And Lesnar looking to put the final icing on the cake. Lesnar's got him up. Brock Lesnar, F5. Hooks the leg. Brock Lesnar to retain the World Championship, and he does. You gotta say it was more straightforward than his match against Derek Cole, but Drew McIntyre gave him everything he had. Brock Lesnar, I mean, what more can you say about this guy? What more can you say? His reign, this is his 13th World Championship defense. He is rapidly approaching the record, and you heard Paul Heyman. He wants number 15 at Nitro. And Keith Lee has entered the ring. Lee with no fear in his eyes. There will not be any physical contact. I don't believe Lesnar. He has not made any move. Keith Lee will not make any move. Your Nitro match for the World Championship. But will it be? If Paul Heyman is to stick to his word, Brock Lesnar will defend the title one more time. And maybe that is the ultimate trap. We'll have to find out. And to see it, you'll have to subscribe so you know when every GAW episode drops. We will see you on Monday for Evolution. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you.